Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here on this presentation, this quick demo. I just want to show you guys exactly how our system works. If you let me prove to you how this can actually work for you, I promise you, you're going to get something out of this. You're going to enjoy what you see. So let's just dive right in, okay? So I'm going to talk about the client automation system, and I'll explain a little bit more about what that is in a bit. I want to start off by asking you guys, do you guys know how to get 3 to 4 tile appointments each week? It's kind of tough to get those kind of numbers, but with the right tile contractor ad at the very lowest cost possible, this is definitely doable, okay? And we're starting to look at different avenues. We're just not looking at Google. We're also looking getting leads from Facebook, Instagram, and we're actually working on getting on TikTok. Okay, so we're trying to stay current. We're always trying to look for new ways, new avenues to continue to generate additional leads. Now, I wanted to talk about the opportunity that's out there right now. Okay, I have a tool here that allows me to see the volume of searches depending on the certain keywords, right? So I just generically put tile contractors near me. Now, keep in mind that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of different keywords and combination of keywords that people can be searching on Google right now for a contractor. And it could be a bathroom remodeler, it could be a kitchen remodeler, it can be a tile setter, it can be flooring, whatever. There's so many ways that somebody can look you up, and you have to make sure that you have those keywords whenever you put your own Google ad. Okay, so if you have experience in that, you know a little bit about that, and if you don't, I'll walk you through it in a bit. But in this case scenario, we're looking at 4,400 people looking for this particular keyword. And so there is a lot of people, there is a lot of volume, there is a lot of opportunity to get right now. But let's be conservative with our numbers right now and just say that 1,000 people managed to find you and only 10% actually click on your ad, right? And so when they click on your ad, that equates to 100 leads. And let's say that your closing rate right now is a 20%. I know some of you guys are really good salesmen. You probably can close as many as 80 to 90%. Okay, but right now I'm just being conservative and saying 20. And so out of those 100 leads, closing 20%, that means that you're going to get 20 new customers for that month. Okay. Now, let's just say the average tile work, and I'm just talking about super average, maybe a backsplash or a small section of tile flooring on um, the washroom. It's about $1,800. Also, depending on where you live, what state you're from, this number can vary. But let's say with those 20 customers, 1,800, that's $36,000 that you're bringing in every month. Now, we can actually filter out and ask for a budget from the lead before we talk to them to see where they're at. And so let's just say that, we're only targeting people that have a budget of $3,000 or more. So those same 20 customers with a 3,000 budget, we're looking at $60,000 that are coming in a month. Okay, now keep in mind this is just taking all the type of works, but we try to specialize in one area. A lot of a popular one is the bathroom remodels, which can vary between $7,000 to $12,000, right? So obviously you're not gonna do all 20 new customers from there. You probably take a handful of them, but still, let's say an average of 10,000, and you take 5 new customers for that month. That's $50,000 that you just made for that month, right? And so if you're starting to grow, you're starting to expand, you get new guys coming in, you can obviously start to take on more projects each month. I just wanted to show you guys some of the ads that are currently running, and they're successful and they're working. And the way you can tell is by the date that they were started to run on, and if they're active. So looking at these ads, some of these are somewhat new. This one's on October 2021, but it's still active, right? So it's still running. This one has been running since March 2020, and it's still active. So this one is performing very well, and it's still going. So whenever you have a winning ad, you have something that's working, we tend to keep it on, or maybe even try to improve on it a little bit. But for the most part, we keep it on. Okay. For Google, this is sort of what it will look like, depending on what they search for. So I hear an example: bathroom remodelers near Houston, Texas. The first three that pop up, these are the first three ads that you can see. So these are the three different companies that are currently betting for this position in Google. I just wanted to point out something really quick. See, this first one right here is taking up an extensive amount of real estate because they have these extensions at the bottom. We can definitely do this as well. This is a marketing technique that works because it's grabbing most of the attention of the screen. So this is a really good technique. Another technique I wanted to point out to is the offer, right? Somebody here is giving them a $2,500 rebate on the remodels along with financing. So it looks like they're offering financing here. And so this is another technique to make things look a little bit more attractive and stand out of your competitors, so that somebody searching this term sees this, it's easy to go for this one because there's an offer on the table. Another section I wanted to point out here, and this is something that we're going to work on as well. This is down the line. This isn't going to be immediate. Is appearing on the map. Okay, when somebody Googles that same bathroom remodelers, there's different sections. There's that top section where the ads you pay to be on that first spot, and then as you scroll down in the mid section, this is free. Okay, if you manage to get on here, it's free leads that you can get. And the only way to get on here is to have a Google My Business, and you need to have a website. Now, if you don't have any of that stuff, we can get you started, no problem. And yeah, we can get you on this map. Another thing I wanted to point out is the reviews. People rely on reviews a lot. Nowadays, people are looking up reviews to see, what are other people saying? How much success do these people really have? And they look for that credibility of making sure that they hire the right contractor for the job, right? It's not a cheap thing that they're going to get, so they want to make sure that they get the right person. And so let's be honest, guys, out of these three guys, who would you choose? I choose this one. 472 reviews. That's amazing. That's just wow, right? When somebody sees this, they feel more comfortable. They've obviously been in business for a way longer time and serviced so many people. And to tell you the truth, guys, like, it's really hard to get a review. Not everybody leaves a review. Maybe 1 out of 10 will leave you a review. So if you think about it, like if we use that 1 to 10 ratio, these guys are killing it, right? So let me go back really quick to the ads. When somebody clicks on an ad, I want to show you what it looks like. So I think I'm going to click on this guy right here, and I have it open, kitchen and bath. So it lands on their website. That's usually the process. That's the process, the way it goes. Somebody Googles something, they see an ad, they'll click on the ad, and the ad links to a website. So they'll land on this website. It's got some information. It's got a couple links here, links up here. You got the About Us. It's got some awesome before and after pictures. It's got, obviously, its badges where they're at. They're on Facebook, Angie's List, Yelp. They've got the accredited business from the BBB, and they're on Google My Business, right? And some contact info. This is pretty good. Here's another example. This is another website. A couple more links up here. There's some book an appointment icons over here in the map and the phone. It's got a form down here for financing. Some images here for different ideas. But I just wanted to say, this one's kind of long. There's a lot of information, and it's kind of overwhelming. So sometimes when you put too much, it becomes ineffective. People start to get lost. They'll start, clicking on links and going to other places and looking at pictures, and next thing you know, they kind of forgot what they were there for, right? So we don't want to give them too much. This is pretty overwhelming. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It is nice, but it is overwhelming. And then on top of that, it's a little slow. It kind of lags a little bit, and this is me on a desktop on a very fast network. So somebody on the phone, it might be harder to navigate. And so I want to show you guys really quick what kind of landing page I have for my clients. This is something that we would use for you. We would put your logo up here, change some of the information on here, obviously change the number, and link this to your phone number. So if somebody clicks this, it's going to dial your phone, right? We'll change some information here. We've got our form here to capture that information. So we're going to get their names, the company email, and if they're not a part of a company, they don't have to put that in there. And then the services. What do you offer? So bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel person, in case they were interested in a different aspect. Reasons to choose you and your review. So these reviews are integrated from the Google My Business, and if you don't have any, not to worry, we will hide this for now, and then as time proceeds, we will go ahead and start requesting these review requests from your clients. And even if you had a list of clients, we can always go back and request some reviews so that you can start building your reputation as well, right? So then we'll do the little about us. If you have a team, if you're solo, we'll change this picture, we'll change some of this information, and then we'll put your map on here. So moving forward. Okay, so now let me introduce the client automation system and how it works. Okay, nowadays everything's becoming automated. It makes things a lot easier, a lot more efficient, and it helps you out a whole ton. You start saving a lot of time, a lot of headaches, and really this system is to help you guys do a lot more with a lot less. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is obviously create awareness. We want people to know who you are, what you do, what kind of services you have to offer. And so we're going to start off with Google. That's usually the best place to start. It has the highest intent buyers and customers, and that's where our starting point will be. As you start to get more and more clients and you start to get bigger as an organization, you start hiring more guys because a lot of work is coming in. You won't be able to handle all these on your own. You want to consistently be growing, right? You want to have that mentality that as a business owner, you want to grow your business. And so once this starts to generate a certain number of leads, we want to start exploring other avenues, right? So we'll start Facebook, Instagram, and then how I mentioned earlier, TikTok. And we'll start getting leads from different sources, right? And so they're all going to go through the same process, right? They'll see your ad, they'll go to the landing page, you'll get the information, and then we'll funnel them through. Okay, so that's the awareness part. The prospect part, that hook. We always ask for a hook from you, so an offer. So we saw that example where the other contractor was offering a $2,500 rebate. That's a really good offer. That's something that you can potentially put on there, maybe a percentage, a discount, whatever. It needs to have an offer because that really helps you stand out from your competitors. Not a whole lot of people put offers out there for these types of things. And so if you're one of those that does, you're going to stand out completely and you'll get a lot more leads. Okay. Once you have that person intrigued and they click on your ad and they fill out the information, that's when they become a lead. But we're not going to give them to you just yet. We're going to filter them out. We're going to ask about that budget. Like, how much money do they have to spend on their project? And so this is how we're going to give you the higher ticket items and make sure that you're getting good quality leads. Okay, we don't want to give you guys just a bunch of leads that you're not going to be happy with and just answering a bunch of questions. It's not working the way we want it to, right? It's counterintuitive. So we want to make this as efficient as possible and take care of as many headaches as we can for you. So we'll pre-screen them first, and once they pass that screening, then we'll send them over to you. You'll have all their information. You'll have name, contact, and even a description of the project and a budget, so that when you go into having these conversations with them, it's a lot smoother process. You've already have some information to start with, and you just fill in the gaps. Okay. Another thing that we bring in here is the automated texting or the automated emailing. So a lot of the times you're out in the job and you will probably get a call. It's really hard to pick up the phone when you're working or when you got tools or your hands are dirty, etc. You can't pick up the phone, right? And so our system actually picks up or carries this conversation for you. It gets it started because now, we're paying attention to the client. When somebody doesn't get attention right away, what ends up happening is they'll go to another competitor or they'll just call somebody else. They're just like, hey, this person is busy. They're not answering me. I'm going to go with somebody else because I need an answer right now. And so if you're able to engage them right away, just like, hey, how's it going? How can I help you? I'm busy. Can you just send me a quick text on what kind of information you need, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Even that initial engagement will keep them from going somewhere else, or at least keep them in the loop long enough for you to get a hold of them before they go with somebody else, right? So that's really important, and that helps maximize the number of opportunities that you can get for a client, right? We want to maximize those opportunities, and soon you'll see that, you'll be closing more and more leads as they're coming in. Okay. Oh, one more thing to mention here is, after you're done with the project, we'll obviously ask for feedback. And so this is how we do it. We put in a campaign in which, we'll ask the client like, hey, thank you for your business. We appreciate it, the opportunity. Would you please give us a review? And so now, we give them a link. It's easy for them to just click and write a quick review. And that's how we start building your reputation online. So it is a process. It does take a while, but the results are worth it, because later down the line, you won't have to rely so much on ads, because now you'll be able to get free leads from your own website. Okay. So the client automation system, again, just to recap really quick, it has text nurturing, it has email nurturing, because some people still prefer emails. And then it also has automated appointment requests. So like if you have a calendar that you use a lot, and you rather go that route and have them actually book an appointment with you, we can integrate that as well. This automation system, there's no long-term contracts if you do go with us, and you will never have to lift a finger to follow up again. Now, I just wanted to go really quick over what it is that you're getting when you do sign up with Tile Digital Premier. Okay. Now, the guaranteed leads, this is how many people you're going to talk to. We can always change this. If 30 is too many, we can tone it down. If 30 is not enough, we can tone it up. So that is going to change the pricing. Along with that, we're going to build out that proven landing page, a landing page that helps convert and get you to talk to more leads in less time. And then we're going to talk about we're going to add the ad, right? So we have to do the creative, we'll do the graphic design, we'll do the copy, the wording, and we're going to also do the onboard staff training. So we'll show you guys how the system, the software works, where you're going to find your leads so that you can talk to them. We can also send out automated texts to you with a name, number, or email, so you can go ahead and talk to them. We'll do lead tracking, right? So where are the leads coming from? Obviously, right now we know that they're going to come from Google, but we're also looking at the percentage as far as how many clicks and how many actually opting in. Campaign monitoring. So this is really important. This is something that kind of a lot of people don't tend to do, a lot of other agencies. It's to monitor the campaign, look at the wording, what people are actually looking up, and also look at things that are negatively impacting your campaign. So some people are still looking for like DIYs or just a budget or something. And so those are negative keywords that we start to filter out to make sure that we maximize your advertising dollars and not waste those clicks, because you do pay per click. And so if somebody's just looking for a DIY or something and they happen to click on your ad, that's money wasted right there. And so we want to minimize that as much as possible. And again, with the click optimization, we'll look at the wording, we'll look at, what kind of ad you have on right now, the offer, and make sure that we have the best ones that are actually performing. And then obviously the lead reporting, we'll have that as far as what leads came in, what kind of projects do they have, and the budget that they have for their project, to give a good, look at your revenue, how much money you've actually been generating by signing up with us. So if you add all this up, guys, this is close to $5,000, and I'm very excited to let you guys know that this is not what you're going to pay. It is definitely way cheaper than this. There is a lot of work that we do. We want to be a partner with you, and so it's in our best interest to make sure that you're satisfied, that you're happy with the results, so that we can be partners for many years to come. Okay. Along with this, we'll have weekly meetings where we'll go through the calls, because each call is actually tracked and monitored for training purposes, right? We can see, what you're saying, what they're saying, and help coach a little bit on the sales process to make sure that you close even more leads, right? So this is all included as well, and it's a really exciting offer. So very exclusive. We only work with one contractor in one area, so only one of you guys will get this in your area. So act now, get your spot, click on the link below to book your call and talk to us, okay? I look forward to speaking with you. Have a good one.